Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So on the Natgas chart, we've seen this breakout above the first trend line that I already talked about in the last video. Remember that the move to the downside was technically full and we were watching for a possible setup on the long side. After a 5-wave move down, we would normally only expect a corrective rally. So it's not necessarily a great setup for an upside breakout, a proper breakout, but locally here for a wave 2 corrective rally, why not? And I highlighted to you, I think already in the last video, that the wave count to the downside is full. Well, that doesn't mean we have to turn around. We need a certain signal, and a first signal could be a break of such a trend line. Now, you might have already just set a stop below the last low to go long like that. That is always a little bit more risky because it's not entirely clear if the trend has really changed. And for putting Elliott wave patterns here really on the micro structures, I find this chart too unreliable on the micro level, so that doesn't make any sense. But we can use the Elliott waves to identify pivots, okay? And when the wave count is full, so we need to be watching for a possible reversal. We already had a full wave count here, but the wave 5 to the downside wasn't very healthy. It was still quite short and weak. Now we had a more healthy 5th wave in wave 1 to the downside of the larger 5th wave down. And we've now also seen a break above that first trend line. Now, obviously, we've already reached the next, you could say, target or the next level of interest, which is here where we had these previous swing highs around $2.10. Here, yeah, here. But more important is that this is where the trend line is located. So we need to get above that $2.10 level, $2.11, and break above that trend line to unlock, let's say, more upside potential. What could happen is a breakout, retest, and then continuation in wave A of 2. If we can identify a possible 5-wave move up, as I've shown it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We currently only have 3 waves up. If we get 5, it is more clearly bullish. Doesn't mean we have to get a super strong upside breakout, but it might indicate just, let's say, just like here, an ABC structure, right? So A wave and 5 waves would suggest that the B wave pullback would hold a higher low before we then rally in wave C to the upside. So it will be interesting to see if the market can now break above this trend line, then push a little higher, maybe already to $2.29, which is going to be the next resistance level, Fibonacci resistance. Structural resistance can be found as well at $2.27, $2.28. So yeah, it's just this swing high, but I find the Fib level is more relevant here at $2.29 to $30. And maybe the A wave gets there. Sometimes A waves do reach the 38.2 retracement, maybe even a little higher. But it's just that they are just typical levels also for an A wave to reach. Then a B wave pullback, and the C wave could then rally further into the resistance area. I mentioned in, I think, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, in the video from two days ago, that Natgas likes to target the 78.6 retracement in a wave 2. So it is indeed possible that we are moving to that 78.6 retracement there at $2.84 there, but it will not happen in a straight line, probably not. Instead, we're dealing with this ABC structure here. And yeah, this is where we are. So important is now obviously that the price breaks above the trend line. Is there a support level? I would have to say not really. That's the problem. There isn't really any key support unless you want to draw maybe a trend line between these lows, but that is not anything that is really great or reliable. Let me just zoom out a bit. I mean, we have one here. I should maybe change that to green. And then you can go off from that low, draw another trend line that's a bit steeper. Just, you know, because you need some kind of support level, right? You need some kind of a level to watch in case we now get a pullback. Okay, where do you stop out? Should you already have gone long? Again, that will probably come from your trading plan. I can only give you some ideas. Also, we could draw some fibs here. Fibonacci support is between $1.94 and $2.03. So if there is a pullback now, ideally we're holding $1.94. A break below that will already be a warning. A break below the trend line, further warning that we're breaking down. At the moment, I think there's a good chance that we move higher because we were quite oversold on various time frames. Just a quick update about Natgas. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out the stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.